Alright, this is a quick tip on a good way to carry keys in basically a standard Timbuk2 messenger bag. And as you know, there's a key lanyard. Basically is nice, has a way to take the keys on and off with that little clip. And one issue that I always had, this basically goes into the main pocket here, which can be zipped, but I generally never zip that up. But the keys nonetheless kind of go in there. There's obviously Velcro here, and then there's also the clips. And I always felt like I didn't want to have to always go in and out of the bag, because it's a bit of a hassle on clip. Really, this key, I just use it to open up a door. It's just got a single key, so the only time I really use it is for that. I don't put card keys on there or anything like that. I basically just use it once a day to get into a door at work in the morning, and then that's about that. So it always was annoying that I'd have to open up my bag, and if there's a lot of stuff in the compartments, got to deal with that, and stuff could, whatever. So for a while there, I was basically just clipping it over here, so it was sort of available, and was sort of there, but lived on the outside. But that was still kind of a hassle. I had to clip it, either unclip it to get there, or sort of move the bag to get to the lock. For a while then I was also using a carabiner over here, because this is where I usually clip my car keys. But you can see this really is too much of a stretch, and kind of keeps all right there. But the other issue I had was these this clip could come out, you could lose keys, and that always troubled me. So what I finally noticed after using this bag on and off for 5 years or so was I could just drop this right into that pocket, and it actually made it a lot easier. I don't really put anything in here, so in here I'd be pulling the keys out, and it could hook onto some papers or something else. But in this pocket, it's basically just there. And why I actually realized this was a friend got a new Timbuk2 bag, custom made one at least, and they've moved this whole lanyard to where it's basically, it lives here, so it doesn't even go into the bag. So once I saw that, I kind of put one and one together and realized this would be a pretty good way to manage that key.